Hey, everybody. Hope you are doing well. Okay, so this one's for me. The band Storyville is one of my favorite, absolutely underappreciated and underrated bands. I've talked about them in the past, a bit of a supergroup out of the Austin, Texas area, featuring members of Double Trouble, along with guitar legend and recording studio icon, Mr. David Grissom, along with David Holt on guitar and vocal, and then, of course, Malford Milligan, the wonderful lead vocalist himself. It's a song called Two People, and I really like the song, and I want to share it with you. So here's Two People by the band Storyville.
Shadows staring down at me. Baby left last night when searching for the truth. I wonder if we ever have a chance to be two people holding it together now. Two people not afraid of getting burned. Two people, birds of a feather, yeah. Flying high, right over the sun. The closer we get, the further we drift apart. Riding like wheels that are on a line. I drive a little faster, you stir a little harder. Maybe we can keep it between the lines. Two people holding it together now. Two people not afraid of getting burned. Two people, birds of a feather, yeah. Flying high, right over the sun. Where you can't hold back, and you can't hold on. You can't believe a love that's strong. What you gotta dig in, if you're gonna dig out, you gotta grab the line if you're ever gonna come about, yeah, yeah. I brush away the bottles, throw the ashes back. Hard to tell how long it's been. I pull back the sheets, baby still dressed in black, white as a ghost staring up at me. Two people holding it together now. Two people not afraid of getting burned. Two people, birds of a feather, yeah. Flying high, right into the sun. Two people holding it together now. Two people not afraid of getting burned. Two people, birds of a feather, yeah. Flying high, right into the sun. Into the sun. Into the sun.
Man, David Grissom's one of those remarkable studio guitar players who you've heard. You definitely have heard it. It's just, he's the backing musician. He's the guy in the studio who's brought in to perform the magic that makes hit records for other artists. And so when you hear him playing his own music or with his own band, you actually get to hear him, work on his own creations. And this mixture of phenomenal artists, whether you're talking about, the rhythm section of Tommy Shannon and Chris Layton, you've got, again, Malford Milligan, David Holt, and David Grissom working together to create fantastic compositions that honestly would have been a lot bigger hits if the record label had just known what to do. And that's a common story in the music industry, to be honest with you. Great songs, great musicians, great artists, and the record label just screws up. They I don't even want to say screws up. It's just they just don't know. They don't understand, or they don't want to focus on it because there's other stuff that is easily sellable. Pop artists, singers, dancers, whatever it is, and real bands over the last 30 years have been pushed aside for stuff that they can that the record label can produce and mold and feel like fits a narrative pushed by the pop music world. If you don't have the look and you don't have the vibe, but you're a great band, it's like you ain't gonna get it. You ain't gonna get time on the radio or in video airplay or anything like that. You're not. I mean, think about it this way. Think about artists that we revere over the course of the last 50 years. Go all the way back. Go to an artist like Bruce Springsteen in the E Street Band, right? If they were trying to come out in the world today, would a record label pick them up? It's easy to say yes, they would, because the songwriting is so magical and Bruce Springsteen is such a legend. But in this environment, in the environment we have today, if they were a band trying to break out in the music industry today, would they get the attention that they get as the legendary legacy artists that they are today? Chances are no. Same thing with Bob Dylan, same thing with Tom Waits, same thing with a band like Storyville. Stevie Ray Vaughan might have, because he's a bit of a guitar god, but the blues world right now is nowhere near as strong as it was back in the in the late 80s and 90s when Stevie Ray Vaughan burst onto the scene, and he forced his way onto the scene with the aid of people like David Bowie. It's just music has moments, and this particular moment in time, we don't really necessarily see great artists. We see popular artists, and there is a big difference between great and popular. Let's be honest about that. So like I said, so many bands, so many artists that we revere and hold on pedestals as legends and greats of the recording industry, they wouldn't get a second look today. They just wouldn't. I'm sorry, but they wouldn't. A band like the Allman Brothers, if they came out today, would anybody pay attention to them? Probably not, to be completely honest with you. Got one of the greatest slide players of all time, whether you're talking about Duane Allman, Dickie Betts, Warren Haynes, or Derek Trucks. I mean, think about that right there. Derek Trucks, huge in the Allman Brothers. Tedeschi Trucks, fantastic band. Very, very, very popular touring jam band. What kind of attention do they get by the record industry or broadcast radio or streaming services? Just saying. Anyway, sorry to go off on that little bit of a tangent there. I hope you enjoyed this song. I know I love it. And so, like I said, this one's for me. But I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. We can talk about it further. Just know that I appreciate you and I wish you all well. Okay, y'all take care.